Good morning guys, it's Friday the 1st of July 2022. On Sunday it's Debbie and I's wedding anniversary, 23 years. So I've decided to take Debbie away for the weekend. It's a bit of a surprise. I don't think you got any ideas, have you?
A few.
She's got a few ideas. She's going to reveal where them ideas are as she goes along, as we get closer to it. But we're going to take you guys along on our romantic anniversary weekend away, and we'll show you what we get up to. So we're 28 miles away from our destination. We stopped at Ferry Bridge Services just for a quick wee break. I think Debbie's pretty much got where we're definitely going. But where do you think we're going?
York.
York. What do you think, guys? We're at Ferry Bridge Services. We're about 28 miles away. So we'll see. We'll see if she's right. So this is the hotel we're going to stay in. It's called the Moxie. It's in York Centre, and it's literally a 2 or 3 minute walk from Kew car park. And if you get your voucher from the car park, your parking ticket, they'll give you a voucher for a £20 discount. But it's a nice little hotel. But we can't check in till 3, so we're going to go and check out the town centre. Do you like that?
Yeah.
You look
nice
pretty.
To get inside, isn't it?
Yeah.
See what sort of view we've got.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
Yeah. Lovely little place, isn't it? Doors. Shambles Market. Of the old little building.
They're nice, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, Debbie's desperate to get in this place. Betty's tea room. But look at the queue to get in here. And it's going to be even worse tomorrow. Maybe Monday will be the better day. So here we are in front of the Ivy. We just booked our table for our anniversary evening meal. So we're looking for a nice meal at the Ivy.
Might get Betty's as well.
Yeah, and Betty's later. I don't know if that's the river down there. Do you want to go and have a look?
Yeah.
I think it's the River Ouse, is it?
Yeah, River Ouse.
stumbled on this little, what's it called? York Spark or something like that? Spark York.
York.
And it's a little venue full of like shipping containers, all made out to all sorts of different street foods and all stuff like that, from pizzas to kebabs, you know, all Greek food and Oriental food and bars and all that. And it's well worth checking out if you're feeling a bit hungry. But we're going to try that out over the next few days.
Oh, yeah,
I think.
definitely.
If you've ever been to Leeds and been to Trinity Kitchen, it's very similar to that sort of place. But it's got a bit more of an urban feel about it,
Yeah.
the shipping containers.
I think it's because it's partly outside, whereas the Trinity Kitchen's undercover.
Yeah, so we're going to check that out over the next few days and actually have something to eat and drink in there. It's not a bad view for the Wetherspoons, is it? You've got an old water mill there. It's in an area called Piccadilly. Looks like a series of locks or something up there. Cheeky Mumpty, you can have testers that different teas.
Been a cocktail back then,
Yeah. Yeah. I've got delayed taste buds, I have to have a lot.
Seriously,
Or you end up walking past some really nice ones, going something better be round the corner, and you end up going to some shithole.
I don't know, we just have to sort of just have a little look while we're going around and sort of make a decision, I think.
Italian restaurant. Gifts and souvenirs. Do you want to look for a fridge magnet? Alright, look. Borrow your beers and take it up to your room and that. be.
That's all £6.50.
You've even got a gym, look. Running machine. Look at them guys.
What time are you getting coming down here in the morning?
I'll be down here an hour and a half before you are, Deb. So in there you got baby changing and men's and women's toilets. That's when someone stood there and we're videoing.
That's a long way.
In here, look, you got somewhere to come and iron. Some Debbie's volunteered to do all the ironing for some reason.
Yeah, I reckon I could be here for some time.
Right, here we are guys, checked into the Moxie. We're in our room. Got some bits and bobs put out. A little bit of a downfall, they don't have drawers and wardrobes, but it's a really clean, well presented room. The bed is really comfy, I've had a sit on it, a lay on it. You get a 42-inch telly with internet telly, so of course, who's them good looking guys that we've put Rich Biz Life's Adventures on there, so the next person who comes in will see that. We've got a gorgeous bird in the corner. What do you think to the hotel so far?
It's nice. Yeah.
Are you proud of me?
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah. So we got the bed there. I'll be sleeping there. Debbie will be sleeping in the chair. You got all power points, USB points. I don't think the view isn't all that really. It's just an office block. But you know, we're not here to look out the window. We're here to see the city. Debbie's already poured the prosecco. What else can I tell you about the room? Oh, we've got all different sorts of climate control and all that. It's air conditioned and heated and all that. This is the bathroom. Towel, sink, big old shower. It's quite nice. Downstairs as we pass the lobby there's a gym, there's a fuse ball table, what else, the pool tables.
There's got a decent seating area, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's a nice seating area, bar area.
But you can even just come in and buy sandwiches and a few bits and pieces.
Yeah, there's a look like a little kitchenette area down there. If you wanted to come in and microwave anything, you can use that free of charge, I think. But yeah, it's quite a nice little thing. We got our tokens for our complimentary drinks. Apparently you get those when you first stay for your first night. So we're going to chill out for a bit, and then we're going to go and see the town and find somewhere to eat for the evening. It's Friday night. Debbie's enjoying her gin. I've got my gin as well. Ain't she gorgeous, eh?
Creep.
Yeah. She's got killer heels on tonight, so. Do you reckon people actually live in that? This is York Tower. The architecture around here is amazing. And look at that, look. It's weird, isn't it, how years ago people were less wealthy but they could be extravagant building buildings like that, as where these days now they don't build buildings like that because of the cost implications. another little street foodie place in the marketplace. All sorts of street food and crafts and knick-knacky bits. Take your top off.
Yeah. I'd like one of those.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have one in the van, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to have something like that in the van, wouldn't it? Cocktails and dreams, or...
But we need them for both of us.
We don't do skinny dip, we do chunky dunk. It's quite nice, one for the road. Similar to them both.
Okay.
How much is that?
5.
Not bad, is it?
No.
You've got the gins in that there. Weird sized backpack, isn't it?
Yeah. Got all your banks, haven't you?
Proper old and crooked, isn't it?
I love that. I love it.
We've stopped off at Gent and Henry's cafe, pub, restaurant, whatever you want to call it, for a quick latte. But look at the old building beams. Look. No, there's not a straight one here. Even the walls all curved. It's a lovely old building. The lattes are sensational.
Oh, really nice.
You can tell it's a proper latte as well. It's not some machine made.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. So we're going to enjoy our coffees and get on with some shopping. Cute.
Hey, shit.
Crazy. Cute, isn't it? Right guys, we've come down to York Spark for the street food place. There's a hell of a queue, so we're going to be queuing here a while to get in there, but it just shows how popular it is. But we're going to have some really nice street food.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, and enjoy it. We might have one drink over at Thor's Bar. If not, we'll head back to the hotel and have a few more drinks, so stay tuned.
Now we've got on the table.
Yeah, absolutely really busy. Can't be, oh yeah.
Table 13 is
2, yeah, 13, yeah.
just over there on the left side, where the dog is.
Brilliant, cheers mate. Is your dog alright? Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Say hello.
Guys, I'm really vicious. Really vicious. Really vicious.
Shows your teeth.
Tied. Oh my god.
Smile. Gorgeous, isn't it? It is a he, isn't it? Yeah. Hello. Here we are at Sparks. Just ordered our food. We ordered the Greek kebab thing. Just waiting for it to come through. It's all table service. So, cheers guys. What do you reckon, Dev? You got the pork?
Yeah.
And I got the whatever you call it. I don't really understand it.
I don't even know what you've got.
It looks the same though. Oh, he's getting the crowd going, isn't he? names? Itchy chin?
Chin scratchers.
Chin scratchers.
See you later! You'll be on there! See you later! Oh yeah. Down there, wouldn't it? We'll get a drink and then we'll go and find it.
Oh, we don't have to go and find it. Here we are, we're on the city boat cruise, aren't we? We're going to go down the River Ouse in the city boat, have a bit of a tour along. It should take about 45 minutes to an hour, so we'll show you the route.
Smoking anywhere on board the vessel. While taking a look ahead and to the right in amongst the trees of the museum glass, you should be able to see the black and white half-timbered structure of the Hospitium. The Hospitium, the only surviving medieval outbuilding of St. Mary's Abbey. And what little remains of that abbey today is visible through the gap in the trees on our immediate right-hand side. St. Mary's Abbey, once a powerful Benedictine abbey built just outside York's walls, it would unfortunately fall victim to Henry VIII's dissolution of the monasteries, and much of the abbey's original stonework has been cannibalized for use in other building projects around the city. The Hospitium, meanwhile, is remarkably well preserved considering its age. Its ground floor, likely constructed in stone as a medieval flood defense, dates back to the 14th century. Although the original purpose of this building is no longer known, its name suggests that it was used as a sort of guest house for secular visitors to the abbey. Upriver from us now, Scarborough Railway Bridge. Scarborough Bridge was built in 1845 by Robert Stevenson, son of George Stevenson of Stevenson Rockfield fame. When this bridge was originally constructed, it had a unusual design feature: a pedestrian walkway positioned between the two lines of rail track. Well, it would take some 30 years of near misses before rail authorities would decide that this was perhaps not the safest setup. And in 1875, the walkway would be moved to the side of the bridge, where it remains to this day. In 2015, rail authorities would undertake an ambitious restoration, lifting the entire Victorian top half of the bridge off in a single piece and placing it into a nearby car park before this modern metal raft was lowered down in its place. portico. The same rootwork that lends itself to the modern word spelt O-O-Z. And in Celtic terms, it could be said that we're travelling the river today. The name for this stretch of water is first recorded in the 8th century in an Anglo-Saxon source, meaning local York residents have been referring to this river as the Ouse for at least 1300 years. A couple of facts for you geography fans. There's always one of you or more. The River Ouse is the 6th longest river in the UK, and the only one in the top 10 to flow entirely in one county, North Yorkshire. even under Danish rule. In fact, in 895 AD, the Viking king Guthrum would choose to be buried in York Minster, showing its continued use as a site of veneration. The Minster as we see it today is a Gothic cathedral begun by Archbishop Walter de Grey in 1220 AD. It would be over 250 years of construction, finally being declared complete in 1472. Now, a 250-year build time may sound impressive, but it's actually impressively long, and is more of a testament to the bureaucracy, the ebb and flow of funding which mired the construction. For comparison, another medieval cathedral, the equally grand Durham Cathedral, would take only 80 years to complete. Nevertheless, York Minster Crossing the river ahead of us here, Lendal Bridge. Lendal Bridge was built in 1863 by Thomas Page, who also built Westminster Bridge in London. Lendal Bridge was built to replace the Lendal Ferry, and before that time the ferryman and his family lived in Barker Tower, a rather short stone tower visible over on the right-hand bank. We can see the city walls connecting to Barker Tower. These walls date back to the early medieval era, although the oldest section of the walls belongs to the original Roman fortress. These walls enclose the old city and would protect it from the ravagers of Robert the Bruce's Scottish army in 1322, when York suburbs were terrorised by Scottish raids. On your left, York's Guildhall. Opened 1452, the Guildhall would play host to King Richard III, and it's in those rooms that £200,000 ransom for King Charles I would be counted out before it was sent north to Scotland. Scorch marks are visible around the lower floor windows, though now partially washed away by that record flood hunt of the year 2000. These scorch marks date to the year 1942, when the Guildhall was struck by an incendiary bomb dropped by the Luftwaffe as part of the World War II Baedeker bombing raids. The Baedeker bombing raids were a particularly bizarre series of raids which would see Germany using a tourist information guidebook to target England's historic towns, in retribution for the bombing of equally historic Lubeck and Dresden. York, Exeter, Bath and Norwich, all cities with great cultural but little strategic value, would be targeted by the German bombers. Downriver the Ouse Bridge. The original wooden bridge on this site was built by the Vikings, but in 1154 it would collapse under the weight of the crowd gathered to greet Bishop William of York after his return from exile. Miraculously, no one on the bridge was killed, a miracle for which William was later canonized. The Catholic martyr Margaret Clipper, however, would not be as lucky St. William's crown. In 1586, she would be found guilty of housing Catholic priests in her home on the Shambles, at the time a capital offence. She would be pressed to death beneath her own front door, here on the Ouse Bridge. Later on in the city's life, those condemned to hang on the name smile, including highwayman Dick Turpin, would pass across that bridge on their final journey to the gallows. We now find ourselves in the old Court district of York. Fleet Street on the left and Fleet Stake on the right. Stake is an open Norse word meaning landing place, roughly equivalent to the Old English word or remains of Viking landing stages have been excavated in this part of town, and in the later medieval era, all were stopped used in the construction of York Minster was brought here by barge from Doncaster. Up until the second half of the 20th century, York was still one of England's busiest inland ports. Barges were out here frequently, bringing cocoa, sugar and dried fruits to the city's many chocolate factories. Trains are still visible on some of the buildings to our right. The bonding warehouse and the Woodsmill Bakery still attest to their former life as shipping warehouses. Ahead of us now, Skeldergate Bridge. Skeldergate Bridge marks the crossing point between York's two Norman castles, only one of which survives today. Clifford's Tower on the left, coming into view between these houses, and Bailey Hill on the right, were originally Norman Motte and Bailey castles, constructed in 1066 following the Norman victory at the Battle of Hastings. A great showgrounds hung between them to control access to the river, a vital trade route which connected the Viking city of Dublin to Scandinavia. It's important to bear in mind that the River Ross was the superhighway of its day. Sailing from York to Norway could take 3 to 4 days in favourable conditions, whilst riding a horseback from York to London could take 5 days or more. These castles and their strategic river blockade were briefly recaptured by York's inhabitants in 1069, following invasion.
These quirky little buildings. Look. Proper quirky little buildings, isn't there? Look at that gorgeous girl. Look. Where are we eating tonight?
The Ivy.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
So we're eating at the Ivy. Just ordered a a white wine, and we're going to order our food next, aren't we?
Dessert number 3. Thank you.
Here we are, we're in the Ivy. How posh are we? But we've just ordered our food, so we're going to turn the camera off and get eaten when it arrives. So we just ate at the Ritz. For starters,
We didn't eat at the Ritz.
not the Ritz.
We ate at the Ivy.
Oh, I did. Right, guys, just at the Ivy, not the Ritz, the Ivy. There we had
Scallops and sirloin steak.
what pudding?
Chocolate pop.
Chocolate pop. I had squid with sirloin steak and sorbet. It's very nice. Highly recommend going to the Ivy. It's lovely.
Olivia was an amazing server.
Yeah, she couldn't be more helpful. It's an amazing building, really, that it's still standing, isn't it?
I know, it's beautiful.
So it ain't cracked in half. Right, guys, so this is the Moxie. It's the hotel we're staying at. We were literally in that room there. Now we look out this window every day, and we was here 2 days,
Yeah.
and it weren't until a little bit longer that was walking by here, the office block opposite, and we realised, I don't know if you can see it, they got a pissing rocket in their office space. See if I can get a better picture where it's not reflecting. Can you see it? Bloody a rocket in their office block. How amazing is that? Right, just coming to the end of our few days stay in York. We stayed at the Moxie, which is about a 2 or 3 minute walk from the town centre, isn't it?
Yeah, not far at all.
Yeah, so you're far enough away from the town centre not to have any noise or anything like that. It's all soundproofed windows, you don't hear any traffic or nothing. But you're close enough that if you want to walk into the centre you can. The bed's really comfy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all fully air conditioned and heated, and you get to choose it yourself. It's not a set temperature. You got all 42-inch TV with internet TV and all sorts of things, and you can app control the TV from your phone, so if you want to watch Netflix and stream it to the telly you can do. You get all tea and coffee, don't you?
Yeah, you get a little kettle.
Little kettle and stuff.
Hair dryer.
Yeah.
There's no iron in the room, but as you come out of each floor, there's an ironing station.
Yep.
Which I think Richard might have showed you, because the hot man, you get to iron opposite. So you've already seen him.
The shower, it's a huge shower and it is piping hot in it.
Beautiful.
Loads of water pressure. You get all the shower gels, shampoos, conditioners and all that for the shower, and it's really nice stuff as well. Your skin feels really nice, your hair feels really nice, and that's all complimentary. The room is deadly quiet. Occasionally you hear a bit of a door shut if you're adjacent to another door, or the next door shut the door, but you don't hear them talking, you don't hear them walking around, so it's a very quiet hotel. The breakfast, it's a continental. I was a bit panicky that it was just going to be croissants and toast and things like that.
And then you've got fruit, yoghurt, cereals, you had sausage, egg, bacon, fresh bread, orange juice, apple juice.
Yeah.
You've got your coffee machine.
Yeah.
Waffles.
Waffles, yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty. There's gluten-free bread.
Vegetarian options, sausages, but you have to ask for them and they'll cook them specific for you.
But nothing was greasy.
No.
The
eggs, every now and then they'll do an omelette, a mini omelette, but the scrambled eggs, they're all light and fluffy and moist.
Beautiful.
They're not dry and rubbery, or they're not soggy. sometimes you go one way or the other, but these are quite nice.
But there's jams, peanut butter, chocolate spread. There is something for everybody.
Everything you want. And there's enough for you to look at there, grabbing your belly, going, oh my god, I'm stuffed.
They allow dogs.
Yeah, it's dog friendly.
We've seen quite a few dogs.
Yeah, but there was even cats here in baskets when we got here the first day.
But there's like in the bar lounge area. There's like a football table, and there's games out for the youngsters. You know, if you've got a family.
Jenga and
like
hungry hippos.
Yeah, it's great. And there's like little seating areas, and then like the beer garden is all enclosed. With some big umbrellas, so if you're a smoker and you wanted to go out and take a cup of coffee, you're not stood outside the front of our hotel. You want a drink, you want to go and sit out in the afternoon, early evening.
Yeah.
It's secluded and it feels nice and safe and
They
real peaceful.
They did quiz night, didn't they, Friday night?
Yeah, when we got here Friday night, it looked like they was doing a quiz night.
Yeah. And the bar is open to anybody, even off the street. Obviously you pay for your own drinks, but obviously you can't get no further without a pass with your little swipe cards.
But yeah, they do all sorts of things like the naked noodle pots if you just wanted to buy one of them. There's fruit, crisps, food behind the bar. There's plenty here, isn't it?
Yeah, you can have food during the day, but you have to buy that as you go. You don't have that as part of the package. Not your breakfast. You can option with your breakfast or without it. I can't remember how much it was now. I think £13-14 a person.
I don't know because it was a surprise.
Yeah, but I think it's £13-14 per person per day, and it's well worth it. You wouldn't go without food on your breakfast. But that's about it. You know, the whole hotel, although it's dog friendly, you didn't see no evidence of like dog hair everywhere, and it didn't smell or anything like that.
It smells beautiful when you walk into a hotel.
Yeah.
I mean, the staff have been fantastic, even when we've come back to the room and we've passed the cleaning ladies.
Yeah, or you spill your breakfast like I did this morning.
But no, everybody couldn't be more welcoming. You know, it's been amazing, and we would definitely stay here again.
Yeah.
You know, we are thinking about coming back autumn towards Christmas.
Yeah. Probably going to check out the Christmas fair, and we'd like to do the ghost bus tour where the staff all dress up as characters and they take you around all the haunted spots within York. We was going to do that this time, but because it's summer, it doesn't get dark until about 10 o'clock, and that's probably about when they do their last run. So if you come in the winter, you could go sort of 5 o'clock onwards and you've still got plenty of time. Yeah, you got to wrap up a bit warmer, but that's sometimes part of it, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
But no, I mean, we stayed at the Ivy, we ate at the Ivy yesterday. Not the Ritz like I first said. And the food there is absolutely sensational.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, when you order a steak, you get just the steak. So you do have to have sides. And we had a side of Ivy cut chips.
The broccoli. And then it was the green beans with some like pine nuts, wasn't it?
Yeah, you get like roasted pine nuts on your runner beans or green beans. And your broccoli's done in like a lemon sort of, I don't know, dressing or whatever. But that was really nice and refreshing. You could taste the freshness of them. It didn't feel like you was eating a frozen meal. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from the Ivy anyway. I had it medium rare. Debbie, you had it?
Medium to well done.
Medium to well. And it was cooked and seasoned just right. Neither one of us reached for the salt or pepper. I had the Ivy crispy squid.
And I had the scallops.
Scallops. Absolutely died for the scallops, didn't she? Would have been happy with 2 or 3 portions of the scallops and no main. And then we had desserts. We really wasn't ready for a dessert, but you know, the Ivy is not somewhere we make a lot of habit of going to, and being our anniversary weekend, we really wanted to go somewhere nice, which then brought us onto the boat trip that we did.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
It was a beautiful boat trip, and it was nice and relaxed, really slow pace. It felt like it was rushed. switched off and took in the ambience and the scenery, and it was ideal temperature when we went.
I mean, the guy was really knowledgeable, really funny.
Yeah.
He was brilliant.
Yeah. But we couldn't have picked a better day to do it. You know, both of us sat there in our t-shirts, and it was nice and warm, not hot enough that you're regretting not wearing a t-shirt or whatever, rather than a vest. But it's just that ideal temperature, you know what I mean. But then that brings us on to the end of the trip. So if you like what you've seen, please like, please subscribe, and please share. If you really feel like it, hit that little bell icon and you'll get to see all our future videos. And on that note, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.